Welcome to the Cross the Line podcast. My name is Carlos Smith, and today's episode is sponsored by KB's Car Care on 321 North Main Street in Jonesville, South Carolina. They have a hand car wash, vacuum, and clean interior. Full detail is also available. While you wait on your vehicle, customer seating is available as well as the dining area. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., so make sure you stop by. Today's episode is also sponsored by Big Ben's Desserts. If you need to satisfy your sweet tooth, this is the place for you. They have a wide variety of desserts, including cakes, ice cream, banana pudding, and my personal favorite, Oreo cheesecake. They're open Tuesday to Saturday from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. and closed on Mondays. So stop by and visit Big Ben's Desserts on 297 Spartanburg Highway in Lyman, South Carolina, where nothing could be sweeter. So today's episode, this is another special episode of the Cross the Line podcast. We're finally back after a nice long break. Today we are in Anderson, South Carolina, and I have a very special guest with me today. He's the owner of Zimbe's Dogs, Mr. Chris Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Man,
How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me. For the people watching, I'm just going to give them a little backstory. So I actually saw your story probably, I think, Thursday, Friday, and it came out in the Independent Mail of Anderson. Yeah. So somebody from upstate that I went to school with, he shared the story, so I went and clicked on it. And just hearing about your story, man, just reading into it, it made me want to reach out to you. And thankfully, you got back to me in a pretty quick amount of time. So, we had a good, nice conversation and were able to set up this interview. So, man, your story was inspiring. So I feel like this is something people definitely need to hear about.
Oh, yeah.
So just kind of starting out, though, can you tell everybody, like, born and raised, like, where are you from?
Okay, now this here where a lot of stuff people get mixed up. Where's Zimbe from? Okay. Originally, I'm from Anderson Gardens.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm originally from. The real Anderson Gardens back in the day. I don't know what they got going on now. But Anderson Gardens. Then I got put in foster care at a young age. Well, I thought about 6, 7 years old and moved to Pendleton. Stayed there until my adopted parents had passed away. Then I moved to Seneca, and then I stayed in Seneca from probably about 17 throughout my time from jail and back and forth, you know what I'm saying, then back to Anderson.
So, I know you say you went in foster care, like, when you were around 6 or 7. Like, kind of talk a little bit about, like, growing up, like, what was your childhood like?
Oh, shit. That was back in the day, shit. I'm just being real with you. Like, if you look at it now compared to back then, kids got it made. Back then you had a drug epidemic going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's when crack, cocaine, and heroin and all that right there were like a real part of bringing down the black society.
Mm-hmm.
So. Unfortunately, my parents was involved in it or whatever, and we got taken away. So, most of my childhood was from here to there. But at the end of the day, I still got blessed because I got adopted. And then when my adopted parents died, I got adopted again. So that's very rare. You know what I'm saying? So,
how would you describe yourself growing up? Were you like an energetic kid, fun, or just serious about your business? Like, how would you describe yourself growing up?
they said I was bad, but I didn't think I was bad, man. I don't think I was a bad kid because, I never got in trouble, like no real trouble with no police or no nothing like that or DJJ. I ain't never ran across that right there as a child or even as a teenager, really.
Mm-hmm.
But they said I was bad because I did little crazy, little stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I always been 100 about it too,
Absolutely. Did you have I know you say you went into foster care, but did you have you taken away from your parents, but did you have a close relationship with anybody else in your family, like aunts, uncles, or any siblings?
Of my original family?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, original family.
Yeah, and that was a crazy story too, like how I found them, you know what I'm saying? Because I done found my whole original family. I used to have braids, mm-hmm. and I was in the projects one day up there in Oconee County, and I was trying to get this girl to braid my hair, and she was like, "Man, you look like this girl. Like y'all can be family or something." I was like, "Man, whatever," because I never even talked about that side right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she kept saying it. And I was like, man, what the girl name is? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And she told me the girl name, and I was like, damn, that's my sister. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, for real, like, that's my sister. I was like, how you get in touch with her? You know what I'm saying? She showed me on Facebook, so I hit her up. And then I met all the rest of my sisters, ran across all the rest of my sisters and brothers. You know what I'm saying? And that was a crazy story right there, too. You know?
Growing up, who were the people that you kind of looked up to? I know you say you grew up in a foster home, taken away from your parents. Like, who were those people that you kind of looked up to? Was it somebody that, just somebody?
You want to know the truth?
Yeah, absolutely.
Street niggas?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, like, and that's the problem with the wrong with the day now. You know what I'm saying? But, like, a product of your environment, I guess you would say it.
Mm-hmm.
If that's all you see is niggas in your hood or niggas you know what I'm saying, you're a child, you know what I'm saying, people that's in your hood and they got jewelry on, gold teeth and big cars and pretty women, that's what you see, so that's what you want to be. If you grew up, you know what I'm saying, in a better environment and you seen people going to school being doctors and nurses and that's what you want to be. But I grew up wanting to be a street nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I hate to say it, you know what I'm saying, but it wasn't a wise choice. But at the end of the day, it made me who I am today.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, I ain't never have a dream of running a restaurant. I ain't never have a dream of being a doctor or you know?
Was anybody in the streets, were any of them encourage you to do the right things, or were you just like, in your mind, you just didn't want to pay attention to it because you saw the money and the cars? But was there any of those guys that tried to steer you in the right direction?
See, it wasn't no right direction. See, when you're in the street, it's only one direction.
Mm-hmm.
And that's keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? Anything else, like ain't nobody be telling you, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no basketball player. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Zimbe, you should be out here in the street, go play basketball. Or football player, or like, people just mess with me because I kept it 100. You know what I'm saying? And then the other half mess with me because I guess I had what they wanted. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But and then up here, that ain't. It might sound cool, but it ain't. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's the bad thing about it. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like, you think that you think you're actually doing something, and you're really digging yourself into a deeper hole. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get deep enough, you're going to have to swallow this pill. Mm-hmm. Now the pill that you're going to swallow is going to be an A or B pill you're going to swallow. Right. It's going to be either you're going to stay in this hole that you done dug, what's called death, or you're going to the penitentiary, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's what that life going to get you. And like, I don't know, like, and at the time, I ain't know no better. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here doing what I seen everybody else do. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? In my community, on my hood, get some money. You know what I'm saying? Be real and get some money, and take care of your people. You know, but like I used to tell people, man, you got to have an extra route, and like the extra route is like hard to find. Because you know what I'm saying, when you don't know what, you know what I'm saying, like you know you good at stuff, you know what I'm saying, but you don't never know what you can actually make of yourself to become successful. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got, like I hear people say that rappers, oh man, my people don't support me. My people don't support me. First of all, you don't support yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, man, people ain't gonna invest money in you because you can rap if you ain't investing no money in yourself.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, it's a hard pill to swallow. Like, people are like, in order for you to get anywhere in life, you got to take a step yourself. You got to believe in yourself. So, like, no, it wasn't nobody in the street telling me to get out the street. You know what I'm saying?
So, with your foster family, were you were in and out of jail with them, or were they trying to talk?
No, hell no, boy. Oh, it was back growing up, boy. I had a real parent. You get your behind whooped. Showing out in school. This ain't like the kids today. You know what I'm saying? You get in trouble at school, and you get to still come home and play the video game. Right. No, what? No.
Did you feel like you had a second chance when you were adopted?
Man, I done had a second, third, fourth, and fifth chance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just truly been blessed. You know what I'm saying? Even for adoption, even to come up, cause like it mean a lot for somebody to take a child in that ain't theirs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you adopt them or not, you know, if you're in foster care, if you're in a relationship and you take a child and you take ownership of a child that ain't yours, you know what I'm saying? That's a blessing. That's a second chance.
So take me back a little bit. Were they aware of like your past, you know, kind of getting in trouble when they took you in, or are they trying to work with you and they still took a chance on you? Like, how was that?
No, see. Okay. My life turned after my adopted parents died.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was like a really like good, cool child growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I knew everybody in the neighborhood, everybody knew me in school. I didn't do that showing out stuff because like I'm 39 years old, so I live in a whole different generation. You know what I'm saying? When your mama, if you show out in the store, you get smacked right there in the store.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no DSS to help you out and no stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? If you showed out over Aunt Birdie's house, Aunt Birdie gonna whoop you. Mm-hmm. And then when you know what I'm saying, when you get home, you gotta whoop it again. You know what I'm saying? See, this right here didn't come until it was like a last choice option. So I was like, I didn't get involved in the streets real heavy until I was like 16. By the time I was 16, I done moved out, you know what I'm saying, on my other adopted, you know what I'm saying, people house, you know?
Mm-hmm. What was the longest, like that, with your time in jail, like what was the longest stint that you ever did at like one time? Do you remember?
5. My first bid was a 5-year, 85 from, I didn't even get caught with that, but I got charged with trafficking. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? I got railroaded on the right there because I was young and then thought I knew everything and didn't even know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, but at the end of the day, I just would have took the plea because I just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? I was just because it didn't belong to the other dude. You know, it really did belong to me, but it really didn't. But then on this last, in 2015, I took a jury trial and got an 18 suspended and got found guilty. Mm-hmm. You know, and I ain't even stay that long on there because I won my direct appeal. But so the answer to the main question was I only stayed 4 years, 3 months, the longest.
Mm-hmm. Can you talk a little bit about it? Because I know a lot of the youth, a lot of people getting in a lot of trouble right now. Can you just talk a little bit about like the day in the life of like what it's like to actually be locked up? Because I think it's really important because there's so many kids that's getting in trouble. Can you kind of talk about some of that stuff, like what is actually like?
Okay, here. That's like this book I want to write called The Untold Story. Mm-hmm. Okay, and what I mean by the untold story is you see all the stuff that's going on, and you see the cars, the jury, the girls. You know what I'm saying? People looking at you. They don't tell you what come behind this stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They don't tell you about these prison terms and these people that you thought you was out here trying to oppress. You know what I'm saying? That really ain't your friends. You know what I'm saying? And then when you go to prison, you got nobody. You know what I'm saying? And like, prison ain't nowhere to be. You know what I'm saying? They gonna tell you when to eat, sleep, and shit. Excuse my language. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, and like, it's just getting worse and worse down there. You know what I'm saying? They keep you locked in a room. They don't give you no rec. Serve you cold food that's anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, in prison, they get, am I thinking now, I think when I left it was like $42,000 a year per inmate. Mm. But you eat the horrible, most coldest, cruel food it is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And like, there ain't no way to live. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people need to think about that right there. You know what I'm saying? When you think that you're going to do something to oppress your friend because you think your friend got your back. Right. Because the question is when them people come pick you up, you think you're going to hear for that friend again? Nope. 9 times out of 10, you ain't. He ain't gonna send you no money. He ain't gonna write you. He ain't gonna come see you. But guess what? That same friend that calls himself gonna be your friend gonna be right there when you get out, ready to get you back in some more trouble. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now, how smart are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you find out who's your friend and who your associate is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So for you, when you first got out those first couple go arounds, what was your mindset when you got out? Were you just ready to try to straighten up right away, or were you just still kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out? When
Get some
got
money.
out?
Get some money. That's the only mindset you got when you get out. Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause you gotta think about it. Every time you getting out, you got to start all over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the bad part. And if you ain't got no support team or people that really there that cares and love about you, you gonna have to, you know, like, it's a start over business. And like, who wanna keep starting over?
Right. Was there anybody that you could turn to when you got out to, you know, kind of help get you on the right foot, or did you feel like you were still just, like you said, you trying to get money, but was there anybody that you could turn to at a moment, like in need, like to kind of help you get on the right foot?
Yeah, I got a lot of people. Shit. Yeah, I help a lot of people out, so a lot of my friends help me out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even ones that you don't see me with every time, or ones I don't talk to on an everyday basis. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I got some friends that who I call brothers, and we treat each other like brothers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're very proud of me right now. You know? So yeah, like I had help. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And the final time you got arrested, what was it for you in your mind that registered that was like, you know what, this is it for me. I'm gonna finally, you know, straighten up. Like,
Boy, I'm gonna tell you, this might be crazy right here. When I had to realize this nigga got out my car and told me that he loved me and had a wire on. That's where you know the streets are changed. Mm-hmm. People ain't nothing, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna get out my car and tell me you love me and got a wire on to frame me? Like, and then I go to jail behind it, you know? Like, you know, and like, it's over with, you know? I'm on my third strike. You know, it's time to do something better. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes when you're back against the wall, you got to do something better. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this might be my last blessing. So I might need to take you know what I'm saying, the chance and grab it, you know?
Absolutely.
Like,
so what was that, your final stint, how long was that final stint was supposed to be, and then how long were you actually in there for when you finally got out?
I was supposed to be in there from 2015 to 2024. And I got out. I was in there from 2015 to 2017, 2018, March. But I won my direct appeal. It was very hard to win with an argument. Like, I won my direct appeal with an oral argument in 2007, so 16, and then I won the appeal in 2017. But you know, they kept appealing that, so I wound up having to sit in total all of like 2.5, 3 years.
Talk about, you get out for the final time, and I know it said in the article it said that you read some books that impacted you. Do you remember some of those books that kind of helped change your trajectory and put you on the right path? Is there any book in particular?
You know, I used to read a lot of black novel books, as you say, in jail, and they all the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's all somebody from the streets, somebody doing this, and then somebody selling drugs, or somebody getting arrested. You know what I'm saying? Right. It be the same thing. So it's like, I want to write my own book and show them a better outcome of it. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? This would be real. And like, yeah, like, I did start doing a lot of reading in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like jail, like, I really learned more from jail than school. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, well, I ain't gonna say jail. I'm gonna say prison, cause jail and prison is the thing. Mm-hmm. I learned more from prison than I learned in school. You know, and even as an adult, I read more in prison than being free. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? It's like, when you sitting in that room, you ain't got nothing else to do, so now it's time to pick up a book. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? Educate yourself.
I see a lot of people, it happens to a lot of people when they go to prison. They have their time to sit down for a while. It kind of transforms. Even if you go all the way back to Malcolm X, you know, reading the autobiography from Malcolm X, he spoke about, you know, being in the streets and
Yeah,
with hookers and all that
but
stuff.
see,
But when he finally got in prison, that's when he found the Nation of Islam, and he turned his life around.
and that is true. That happened with a lot of people that go to prison.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people in prison, it happens to. They become godlier. They want to become a parent. Or I miss my kids, or they want to become a good husband. Or I miss my girl, or here. But it ain't like it ain't really about what you become in prison. It's about when you get out. What you gonna do? If you actually say, okay, yeah, I miss my kids. Okay, I'm done here. Or you gonna get out and start taking care of your kids. You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna get out and try and change your life. Or you gonna get out and treat that person right. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it just like some of that stuff be foolish talk because I don't have that foolish talk too. You know what I'm saying? When I was doing my first bit, yeah, I'm gonna get out and do this. You know what I'm saying? I became the hill. I started reading more on the hill and reading more on the hill. I ain't do none of that stuff when I got out.
Mm-hmm.
But this time it was a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Because it felt like this was gonna be you actually felt like this was it for you, like this was your last chance to figure it out.
Yeah, because when the judge told me, if you ever step on foot back in a South Carolina courtroom for a D kind of charge again, you'll never see daylight again. So, I ain't gonna play with these people, man.
Right.
Like, these people serious.
Talk about from the perspective of getting out of prison and trying to find a job. Because I had a friend of mine who had the kind of same issue when he got arrested and he got out of jail. He had some issues, trying to find a job, and even when he did, they say they expunged his record. But he's doing great now. But somehow it was still actually on his record. But for a minute, he had a hard time, trying to get a job. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something about that. It's some BS.
Mm-hmm.
They treat you different. They like even if you do get a job, and uppity people, you know what I'm saying? They treat you different. Let me tell you what happened to me. I lowered my standards. I even got a job at Target, cleaning bathrooms and stuff like that. I don't know, these people care that told me that they had to let me go do my background. Now, what did that got to do with cleaning damn toilets?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like, that shit hurt me too, boy.
I would think they would at least.
That shit hurt me, boy.
I would have thought they would have at least looked into that before they even offer you the job.
Yeah, and they did. And you know what I'm saying? And I gave them the paperwork because when you go to court and you get anything thrown out, paperwork come with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I gave them the paperwork at my interview, and they read where the charter was reversed and all this right here, and they hired me. And about 4 to 5 months in, a lady come back there and tapped me on the shoulder and said that they had to let me go. And I'm in here like, man, I've been in here cleaning these nasty bathrooms, mopping floors, vacuuming floors, and y'all got another what is the actually the criteria for this right here? Then, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, they had to let me go. But I actually think that a convicted fella work harder than one that got something to prove work harder than a person who ain't never been in trouble. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what a lot of these company problems is they'll keep the people who ain't got no record, but they lazy. Mm-hmm. And but the person who got a point to prove and want to do right, they'll fire or won't even give a chance to, and that's just wrong.
What would your suggestion be as opposed to, for people getting out of prison and having a hard time getting on their feet? What kind of suggestion would you make to the system? Or how would you change the system to kind of help more people when they get out of prison, get on their feet?
LLC yourself. LLC yourself. And come up with your own idea. Right now, times are even better than what it was back then. It's more money out here. You know what I'm saying? If you look at what Michael Jordan used to get paid to what LeBron get paid, but Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player. Right. You see, it's more money out here now.
Way more.
You know what I'm saying? So LLC yourself and come up with an idea. Because I remember I used to ride around selling Nike jumpsuits. You know what I'm saying? Out of my car. You know what I'm saying? People on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? When I had a few people on Facebook. Oh, who's selling all these fake Nike jumpsuits? Me. You know what I'm saying? Me. And guess what? I'm selling 100 of them a week. You know what I'm saying? And I'm riding, and I'm riding here, and I'm riding there, and I'm riding here, and I'm riding there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want to change, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think I put it on Facebook the other day, let's change the product. You know what I'm saying? If you change the product, you know what I'm saying? It's you still a hustler. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't change the product, you need to be working because it ain't gonna get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between a real hustler and somebody that's just hustle.
Walk me through the process. Getting let go of jobs, having a hard time finding a job to actually, selling hot dogs. Like, how did you come about that process?
I went over my homeboy house and told him that he needed to buy me a phone because I just broke my phone. So, and I ain't been out of jail that long. You know what I'm saying? I told him, like, you need to buy me a phone, man. Like, but you ain't get me neck and came home. You know what I'm saying? And he told me to get on OfferUp. And while I'm on there on OfferUp, I dropped his phone. But it's carpet in his house, you know what I'm saying? So I pick it up, and it's a hot dog cart on OfferUp. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? So I look at it. I show him. I said, look at this here, P. You know what I'm saying? He look at it too. So I go back looking for the phone. But I don't even get 2 minutes in looking for the phone no more. I take the hot dog cart back in, and just so happened, man, this is the only hot dog cart on the site. You know what I'm saying? On OfferUp at the time. And I think the price was like $1,800. So I was like, man, I'm about to buy this. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, this is like something like a food cart, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready to buy this. And I brought it. And
were you worried about, the perception of you going from, being in the streets to...
They try to laugh at me.
Right.
They try to laugh at me. They try to play me. They try to play me. Oh, boy, you ain't gonna sell no hot dogs, boy. Boy, cut that out, boy. I said, nah. I'm gonna sell hot dog. And my one of my best friend's mom helped me on my first day. And we sold we sold a lot of hot dogs. It wasn't even on a football game and that. We sat at the convenience store, and everybody came out supporting me. And they were like, man, this chili really good. It's chili. You know what I'm saying? Which I already knew to use all beef hot dogs, because if you use all beef, that make you kind of different than what other people use. Use that chicken and pork hot dogs or chicken-based product. But an all beef hot dog kind of make me different, you know? But it was the chili everybody kept saying, man, that chili. You know what I'm saying? What is some good hot dog? But after that first day, I had to retire. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't used to that type of work out there in that sun. Right. I probably went to the concert that night. Money Man was up there. I think Money Man was in Greenville somewhere. And my homeboy was like, boy, you a Money Man fan? Well, we're going to see Money Man tonight. Well, I ain't even make it. I'm talking about, man, I was so beat that I ain't even make it. And I probably stopped selling hot dogs for 5-6 months.
So you did it for that one day and then stopped for 5 or 6 months?
Yeah, one day. That's how you know people don't take stuff serious, man. You know what I'm saying? But, I had some motivation.
Yeah, I was going to ask what made you get back into it, because that's a long layoff of, doing something, and especially when you had success that first day.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what, my old lady tried to play me. On social media about the man. You know what I'm saying? Like she think that she trying to play me, but she really sparks up to me. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, okay. And then one morning I woke up and I was like, I'm selling hot dogs there again.
Right.
And I got my I went to my partner over here. And he let me sit up at his car wash. And I did real good. And people posted about it on Facebook. Like, y'all hadn't tried them hot dogs? Or who that dude down there selling them hot dogs at the car wash? And then after that, I got an X sign look little contract
Okay.
where I would put in the inside of the store. You know.
How did that come about? Did somebody just word around town just got out and you were doing great? Then they just reached out to you? Like, how did they go about getting a contract with selling hot dogs inside?
Really, that was a blessing too.
Mm-hmm.
The owner and me came up with an agreement at the store, and they stopped. They actually came out there to try the hot dog,
Mm-hmm.
and then about 20 minutes later, they called me and was like, the dad want to talk to me. I'm working right now, and I was like, we could probably meet up later on. We met up, came up with a deal, and I was in the Exxon station for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for about a year, and then from there to here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When did you realize for you at that point? Was it a particular moment for you where you feel like, okay, I got something big on my hands. I know that I can make this business sustain. Was it any particular moment for you?
Nah, at first when I opened up here, I had a big head. People posted about these hot dogs and these shrimp and grit bowls, like they was at Root Chris or something. You know what I'm saying? So I was actually getting the big head about it, and then when I opened up here, like I wasn't taking it serious. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like I open up at 11 o'clock. And you might ride by here, and then 11:30 I'm closed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and people like, oh man, I done drove all the way over there, and you ain't even there. You know what I'm saying? But I got better and started taking it more serious because I actually see that I can actually go somewhere with it. You know what I'm saying? So like, and then it's my name behind it. You know.
When you say you open up at around 11 and then leave at like 11:30, was it still like not like a full commitment for you still just yet at that time when you would leave that early? Like, what was some of like your struggles early on, like in the business?
Sitting up here, you know what I'm saying? Just sitting up here by myself, you know what I'm saying? Waiting on people to pull up,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And then I'm like, man, I'm bored. I'm going home. You know what I'm saying? Where you gotta give people time to pull up, you know what I'm saying? And now when you know what I'm saying? Like, it made me smile a lot of times, like, when I open up or get here early in the morning and people calling. Like, damn, boy, they woke up with Zimbe dolls on their mind, you know what I'm saying? On their mind, you know? And that just make me want to keep doing it, you know what I'm saying? Trying to keep doing the right thing, you know what I'm saying? Because that's really big, you know? Like, because sometimes for our community as black people or other races, it's hard to support each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a lot of support, you know what I'm saying? A lot. And like, I don't want to let nobody down, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to show them that you can do something with your life, you know what I'm saying? So
when you talk about support, do you feel like people come to support you because they know what you went through in the past? Because a lot of times, you know, especially when you, being from where you are, sometimes people don't want to support you because, you know, they feel like they know you and you're from the same area. But do you feel like because of the stuff that you went through, that's what makes people want to come out? Plus the food is great, but do you feel like because of stuff that you went through and how you turn your life around, is that what makes people also want to come support you?
No. Because I kept it real with them. And I know a lot of people. A whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what county you in, about 5 or 6 people know me from your county. You know what I'm saying? It's some kind of little story behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like I always done treated people fair. So, you know what I'm saying? So when I'm trying to do something positive, of course people gonna show up, shit, I'm going to mess with Zimbe, man, you know? You know what I'm saying? And like, I know a lot, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of friends too. And I got a lot of socials, you know? So it just like, nah, like I don't think people come up here because they, oh or man, I feel sorry for him, or just support him because I know that he done went through the hill. Like, really, that don't even matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if that's why you coming up here, I'm gonna be glad to take your money. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You probably come up here to get some good food. You know what I'm saying? It's just that the story behind the owner is just like unique because
absolutely, yep.
Because like I tell people, like, I come from nothing, you know what I'm saying, and I ain't letting nothing hinder me. You know what I'm saying? Which I had to go through different steps and different levels and different punishments. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For not knowing better, but all that stuff made me to the person I am today. So like, it's just a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And that if I can do it, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like. And that's the crazy thing about it, because like I tell some of my homeboys, my partners, y'all got too much money to still be running around here. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something positive. You know what I'm saying? Open up a business. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's a lot of stuff I don't. Like, I can own a barbershop and don't know how to cut hair. You can own a grocery store. You know what I'm saying? And don't know how to work a register.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like do something more positive to show, like, you know what I'm saying, that you can do something better for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then when other people see you doing better for themselves, they'll want to do better for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just ain't gonna hate on you.
Right. Well, it says online that you carry an inmate ID with you every day. You go back and you go back and look at that picture. When you open it up and look at that picture, what do you see in that picture when you look at it?
Damn, I was fat.
Do you see somebody that was like in the past that you were lost or?
Nah, you know, like it really ain't about the picture. It's about the card, because that's a number that you'll never forget, man. Like 32, 68, 39. You're gonna say it so much, but it's about the card. Really, it ain't really about the picture. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to have this card on you everywhere you go. Even get out your dorm. You know what I'm saying? So it just became a habit to carry it on me. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even like, I don't just take it out and look at it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I go into my wallet and I'm like, damn, my inmate card. You know what I'm saying? And then I get to thinking, boy, I don't want to go back that motherfucker again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I really don't. You know what I'm saying? But I will. You know what I'm saying? And that's right here different. But people don't understand when I say I really don't, but I will. That means if I do something to put myself in jeopardize of going back, I already know what the consequences is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that right there, like, so I try to just keep saying I don't want to go back, so I keep myself away from a lot of negative stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you're doing good, you can be somewhere where you ain't, you know what I'm saying, ain't supposed to be, and mess your whole life up. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I just go, you know what I'm saying, I come to work and go home most times.
I got a few more questions and then we'll get ready to wrap it up. Talk a little bit about, you know, what this community means to you, because I saw something online where you participated in the We Outside community event. You guys did voter registration. Just talk a little bit about your work in the community, what this community means to you.
Man, the community means a lot, but you gotta look at it as people. Like, if you like, I done did food drives. I done gave away free food, dinners to the homeless all here. Like, you got to give back. You got to help somebody else out. You know what I'm saying? You just can't have your hand out all the time and think that somebody's supposed to help you while you helping them. You know what I'm saying? Or helping somebody else. You know what I'm saying? To get what you want to get at. You know what I'm saying? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, when I had these little events out here, if you're a food vendor, you sell clothes, you do makeup, you do whatever. Anytime I have a event out here, I don't charge no vendor fee or nothing like that there. I want anybody to hit me up and be like, hey man, when you having a We Outside thing again, or Grill Out Fridays, I sell such and such, I want to come get my name out there, I'm going to let you come sit up with everybody else. I don't want your money, because what people don't understand, you might go pay for these vendor spots and you might don't make nothing. That's going to hurt your feelings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, nobody didn't buy that for me. You know what I'm saying? It hurts your feelings sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm having an event, You sell cookies, you can do T-shirts or whatever. As long as you more business wise with it, hit me up. Every Friday I'm trying to do something, you know what I'm saying, to support, you know what I'm saying, to show people that we can come together, you know what I'm saying, as a community and do something positive.
Have you ever thought about, because of your story and how important it is, have you ever thought about going to like speak to the youth? Because I feel like with your story, you could definitely help them, especially like the middle school and high school kids. It's something that they definitely need to hear, especially for people that look like us. Like, have you ever thought about, going to speak to them? Because I think you would definitely help them tremendously.
Yeah,
if
because
you want to speak to the kid.
A lot of them need somebody to speak to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them ain't gonna listen. I know that. But guess what? It might be that one that do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all that matter. You know what I'm saying?
But I think if you go speak to them, it will resonate more with those kids as opposed to like a teacher or a principal, because for your background will probably be more similar to some of those kids.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
they will relate more to you.
And
now you might have to,
you know
what I'm
saying?
It's only certain things that you can say to those kids. But I think with your story and your background, it will resonate more with those kids.
Yeah, and that thing about I would love to. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, but I don't know how. Like nobody got. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't say, "Hey, Zimbe, man, but you might need to go talk to these kids, but
yeah."
You know what I'm saying? But that's all. But that's as far as it ever done got. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had a chance to go to. I ain't been invited to. You know what I'm saying? Or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't mind because, like I say, half of them ain't gonna listen, but that one might. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Cause you gotta think about now that kid's bad, boy. That kid's bad. You know what I'm saying? But you might be able to change that one that he really ain't bad, but he just hanging with the bad. You know what I'm saying? The wrong crew. You know what I'm saying? And then you might be able to change his mind. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, somebody need to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they ain't got programs like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like real big programs. Cause I remember when I was growing up, they used to sign you up for to go to Perry Institution. You know what I'm saying? And they took out a little bad little kid or so-called bad kid to Perry Institution. You know what I'm saying? For like a field trip, so you know what I'm saying, for the inmates to talk to you. But like, if somebody out there that's watching this, you know what I'm saying, and they got a group, you know what I'm saying, want me to come speak to the kids, of course I will.
I definitely believe it'll happen because it's, one of the things I learned is like you meet people. One of my mentors always told me you meet people through the vessel, meaning like you selling hot dogs, somebody could come out here one day, try a hot dog and strike up a conversation and say they have an event and they want somebody to come speak to the kids. They could come that way. You could be out at another event doing what you do and the same thing happens. So I definitely believe that it'll happen. It's like because you meet people through the vessel in so many different ways. Just like with you selling hot dogs and how you changed your life around, how I'm doing a podcast, we were able to come together and do what we have this conversation right now. But my final few questions. For those people that are watching, for the youth, what advice would you give those kids that are watching this interview right now?
You're gonna make mistakes. Ain't nobody perfect. But just know when to change the mistake for your better, you know what I'm saying, for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Cause you can't make people do what you want them to do. Your mama can't make you be a better child. Your daddy can't make you be a better person. You gotta want to do that for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And everything that you see ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? The youth watching here, half the people, like, you gotta think about it here. Half your friends right now, 10 years later ain't gonna be your friend. You ain't gonna know them people no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you thinking about going out here, go ride for this person, get yourself into trouble, don't do that, man. Like just say no sometimes, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? And like, I appreciate that on a lot of bad situations. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like when you go ahead and go do a bad situation, you got an option. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people ain't gonna tell you it's cool to say no, or no, I ain't getting in that car. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, you know? But just
that no could save your life.
Yeah, that no could save your life. You know?
My final two questions: what are some goals that you have for yourself going forward? I know you spoke about the book. Is there any other goals that you may have going forward?
Yep. want to be like Nips. I'm going to be like Nips.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I'm on the whole complex.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm about to open up the other side of this right here for a dine-in. I want to turn this right here into a deli.
That's big.
You know what I'm saying? I want to turn this the end part into a nail salon for my old lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be like Nips. Hold on. All black complex for something positive in the neighborhood.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's big.
And no, it ain't big because it's actually it's reachable. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
you know what I'm saying? It's reachable.
Big. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, me dreaming big, be like, I want to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a big dream. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But as far as here, like, I think I can reach that goal. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And like, all I need to do is just be consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? Be more consistent. Be consistent. And that's my goal. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know what's crazy? I really ain't never even had no goals in life until here recently. You know what I'm saying? Last couple of years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like, because if you think about it, even when you're growing up, a lot of people say, "Oh, what you want to be when you grow up?" Or even when you going to college, you say, "You going to college to be a doctor," but then halfway in, you say, "Oh, I want to be a journalist."
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. So you know what I'm saying? You don't never know what you want to be until certain opportunities hit you. You know what I'm saying? And like, I think this is, you know what I'm saying, a real good opportunity for me.
And goals always change throughout your life. It's like sometimes at certain points when you reach certain goals, then you want to change and write down something else that you want to attain next. Like, it's always things that once you scratch certain things off your list that you want to do more and more and more. So goals will always change as you go on. But my final question as we wrap it up, when I travel all over and I like to ask entrepreneurs at the end, what does self-investment mean to you?
A lot. The self-investment, when you invest in yourself, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. When you invest in yourself, you know what you got on the line compared to what somebody else invests in you, and you be lazy with it. You know what I'm saying? But when you know that you only got $10 and you invested in yourself, you're gonna take it more serious.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if somebody looking on and say, okay, he invested in himself, he takes it serious, that's how you get even more bigger. You know what I'm saying? To even get other investments. You know what I'm saying? Even make bigger dreams come true. You know what I'm saying? But you got to invest in yourself. You got to put full action. You know what I'm saying? You got to get up and take that first step. Mm-hmm. You just can't just sit there and talk about, oh man, I want to be this. I want to be this. Or I can cook. Like, you know how people tell me, oh, I can cook. And I look at them and say, you don't own a restaurant. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's not the big head. That's what I'm actually trying to motivate you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, invest in yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Get up, take that first step, and try. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Then you can say that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can play basketball, but you sit on the couch all day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, put in the work. You know what I'm saying? So you got to put the work in. You got to believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to invest in yourself.
Absolutely. Zimbe, I appreciate you taking the time, sit down. And I enjoyed this conversation. I know it's a lot that people can take away from this conversation. Like I said, I enjoy reading your story, coming out here, because I always find inspiration in hearing people's backstory of how they get to where they are in life, and love to see what they're striving towards. So thank you for taking the time to sit with us. Mm-hmm. Before we get out of here, can you tell everybody how to find you online and how to find your business?
Well, we're down here in Allenton at 206 West Franklin Street. Come on down here and grab you something good to eat. You know what I'm saying? We sell a lot of items. You can find me on Facebook under Zimbe SNOW. That's Zimbe Snow. You can Google us. Once again, that's Zimbe, and that's Zimbe Dogs.
Absolutely. So thank you again. I appreciate you for taking the time to sit with us. Also, thank you to our sponsors, Big Ben's Desserts, KB's Car Care, and also thank you to Charlene's Home Cooking on 1136 East Blackstock Road. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Cross the Line Podcast. Till next time, keep chasing your dreams. Thank you for listening.
Good afternoon. I'm Jerome Smith.
a.k.a. Big Zimbe, down here at Zimbe Dogs at 206 West Franklin Street doing the Crossing Line podcast today.